Anyone hoping to cast an early ballot in next Monday's election has until the end of day today to visit an advanced polling station. Elections Canada announced preliminary estimates that show nearly 2 million electors voted Friday, the first day of advanced polls. Representatives of the nonpartisan agency said that's a record turnout. During the 2021 federal election, almost 5.8 million voters turned out for advanced polls. A total of 17.2 million voters cast their ballots in that election, representing a voter turnout of 62.6%. Our correspondent Wyatt Sharpe has more on the significance of the record turnout.
Generally speaking, when you think about advanced voting, you think of people who are just so eager and excited to get out and cast their vote and make their voices heard, which oftentimes those are people who have felt apathetic towards the previous government. But this is a bit of a different situation given Mark Carney is a completely new leader. He's not an incumbent, and a lot of people want to get out. They want to express their support for him, given his kind of opposition to Donald Trump and his skill set to hit back with some of these tariffs and some of the economic challenges that are being posed kind of subsequently from some of these tariffs. The conservatives, though, are obviously painting it as if this is a good thing for them for some of the reasons that I outlined just there. And, Pierre Poilievre, as the conservative leader, has been in the GTA today. He's going to be back in the GTA tomorrow as well, really kind of courting votes that, a few months ago, people would have thought he had, 100% kind of in the bag. Whereas now, going forward, Mark Carney has kind of recaptured some of these, previously Liberal Party incumbent held seats. And so that's kind of where the dynamic is at. And for the NDP as well, I was just speaking with Jagmeet Singh, of course, the NDP leader. He's really concerned with this idea of strategic voting as well. And the entirety of the party is because right now in a lot of ridings where you have kind of it neck and neck between the Liberals and the Conservatives, the NDP candidate is kind of the spoiler there, so to speak. They are what could make or break the difference. And so my question to Jagmeet Singh was, what is your message to people in those areas who don't want a conservative to get elected? And he didn't explicitly say to vote liberal, but he almost hinted at it in kind of what he was saying. And so that kind of speaks to the dynamics and some of the tensions that are at play right now. But again, going back to advanced voting, this is something that is very historic. The record number that we see as it relates to people who actually went out and wanted to express themselves, which could suggest perhaps that we could see higher voter turnout in the actual election itself on election day. And in, not this is the first election in a while where we've actually seen this much money spent. We've seen a lot of money spent on advertising dollars from all of the campaigns and from all of the party leaders, which maybe is why we're seeing this high voter turnout. But again, not very often do we have such a high level of media coverage on one specific issue. In this case, obviously, the tariffs and kind of the economic threats that are being posed from that. And so perhaps Canadians kind of feeling as if they just want to get out there and again, make their voices heard in this election.